want to talk to you about something that I'm sure none of you guys have any experience with at all. This is marijuana, and why I think it should be legalized. Next to alcohol, it is the most widely used recreational drug in the world. In the U.S. alone, 100 million people have tried marijuana at least once. So the common thing about marijuana is people think of it and think, oh, it's a gateway drug. You know, and then there's a reason they're right, but there's another reason why they're wrong. The reason I believe that marijuana is a gateway drug, you got to think where these 100 million people in the U.S. had to go to get it. Where do they go? They don't go to Walgreens. They don't go to Walmart. You know, they got to go to some crappy house where this guy, you know, does this for a job instead of going and getting a real job. He sells drugs. Well, like anyone else, an investor, he doesn't just put one thing in his portfolio. He doesn't say, okay, well, I'm just going to sell pot, you know, because that's all I want to do. No. Most of these drug pushers, they've got cocaine, heroin, marijuana. They go, so that's why it's a gateway drug. You got to go to this guy, and he's not going to just try to sell you pot. He's going to say, man, if you like this, you're really going to like this. Come and try this. So then you've got 100 million people in the U.S. that are exposed to other drugs a lot more harmful than marijuana. And let me tell you why marijuana is not so harmful. Marijuana enhances both sides of the brain. The left brain perception is heightened, and the right brain is enhanced, sending more and cleaner blood to our brains. There was a Harvard study in 2007 that showed that the active ingredient in marijuana, THC, cuts tumor growth in common lung cancer by half. That's pretty significant. And reduces the ability for cancer to spread. I mean, I don't know about you, but there's a lot of researchers out there working on cancer that haven't gotten that much success out of anything else. But the reason they're having such a difficult time is because it's illegal. I mean, every time they want to do something with it, of course, they've got to go and, you know, pass legislation allowing them to, and that's a time-consuming process. So how much ground could be covered if they didn't have to jump through that hoop? THC also blocks clumps of protein from forming that can inhibit memory and cognition, such as Alzheimer's patients. Marijuana is used to relieve glaucoma and side effects of cancer and AIDS treatments. And this one here hit me a little bit. The VA, which is the Department for Veterans Affairs, has now allowed the use of medical marijuana for veterans in the states where it is legalized. It is used for alleviating psychological pain associated with cancer treatments as well. The main thing for veterans is, you know, I currently don't suffer from PTSD. Maybe in 10 years I will, but as of now I don't. But I know a lot of guys that do, you know. They go over there in stressful situations, they come home and, well, they still got the effects of it. Currently there is a petition to legalize the use of marijuana for veterans with PTSD to help alleviate stress and anxiety. The argument is that there are too many veterans with PTSD to allow the use of marijuana. So the fact that there's too many veterans out there jacked up is the reason they're not allowing it. So, you know, hey, sorry, if there were just a few of you, we'd help you, but the fact that there's so many of you out there that, you know, have a hard time functioning in life, we're not going to allow that to happen. So, not a very good argument, I don't think, but hey, more power to them, to the government, right? The next thing I want to talk to you about is the agriculture of what they call the hemp plant, which is where marijuana comes from. Dated back to 8,000 BC, for more than 1,000 years before the time of Christ, hemp was our planet's largest agricultural crop and most important industry, involving thousands of products and enterprises, producing the overall majority of the Earth's fabric, fiber, lighting, oil, paper, incense, and medicines. That's a lot of stuff that this one plant can do. And not only is it the fabric that you can make from hemp, it is over four times more durable than cotton, and it is naturally fire retardant. So I mean, that right there, people spend a lot of money. Like I know in the government, they try to fire retard everything. You know, this is a natural fire retardant. You know, it saves money. The farmers, not only is it 4 times more durable than cotton, but it is, gosh, I can't remember the statistics, 5 times more able to grow than your average crop. So not only, you know, you talk about the drought and the farmers' fields out there that are burnt up, man, this would be one thing easy to grow. You know, make fabric, medicines, oils. To sum this up, though, I want to say something about what a man once said. You might know him. His name's Abraham Lincoln. Prohibition goes beyond, which, you know, you relate prohibition to marijuana because they made it illegal to buy alcohol back in the prohibition, just like marijuana is illegal now. Prohibition goes beyond the bounds of reason in that it attempts to control man's appetite for legislation, by legislation, and makes a crime out of things that are not crimes. And then also, from a public health perspective, there is a solid case to be made that arresting marijuana users, giving them criminal records, and disrupting careers and families does more harm to more people than the drug itself does. That's from the former U.S. Surgeon General, Jocelyn Elders.